Franny's a legend. Oh God, it's happening. You guys have to give the video a like for her and subscribe. Subscribe for more Franny content. Franny, tell them to subscribe.
Subscribe. Why wouldn't you?
What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a video on accommodating resistance. A little bit ago we got asked a question for when we did banded pogos, the point of the band, having something pull from the top versus the bottom. So we wanted to talk a little bit more about that today. If you guys enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We post new videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays, so make sure to subscribe to catch all of them. Alright, so accommodating resistance is basically a way to just change the resistance of a lift, right? So a lot of times we either use chains or bands, and you can alter the resistance of something depending on where you put it. So you see us set up the bench press right here, and we have bands pulling from the bottom. So what that means is as you extend a band, it gets tighter, right, as it stretches. So as Spencer presses to the top, the bands are going to add resistance towards the top of that movement. As it gets lower, the bands kind of lax a little bit, so it's going to become easier towards the bottom. So it's a great way to add resistance towards the top. All right, so if you demo right here, Franny's on the camera today. So Franny, don't come to the side real quick. You guys can see how we set it all up. Spencer's going to do his bench. Right, so at the top, bands are fully extended. It gets a little bit harder towards the bottom. You can see they're loose a little bit, right? So that's how this is kind of set up. So anytime you're pressing up and you have bands pulling from the bottom, resistance is added towards the top. You're good. Same thing if we do a back squat with bands from the bottom. As we stand tall, bands stretch, it gets harder, more tension towards the top. If we go something bottom or top down, such as the banded jumps over here, Franny, follow. If we have something with top resistance or a top band right here, it's gonna help pull us up, right? Because as we're at the bottom, this is when the band is the most top. So it helps ping us up, right? It takes some load off a little bit, right? As he's at the bottom, it's full, go a little lower. It's full stretch, and then it pings him up. So it takes some load off. So a couple reasons why I like to do this one. If we're doing some plyometrics or power stuff, like I said, takes load off the person. If they're not used to a lot of volume, it also allows them to really isolate where I'm trying to drive, right? So if I'm really trying to drive through the foot and the ankle, then if I take some load off, they're not inclined to use some hips to generate more power. So I love doing something from the top for power exercises, plyos, that type of thing. And then from the bottom for more resistance towards the top of the movement. If you need help, like let's say for example you're doing a heavy squat and you often get stuck at the bottom, then you can also hook bands from top around. That way if you always get stuck here, sometimes it'll help you up, right? The band's gonna wanna come back together, so it can aid in that sense. And a lot of other people also use chains. So instead of resistance bands, chains, as they come close together and as they expand, it changes the resistance as well. We don't use chains often. I like bands a little bit more. But yeah, so that's pretty much accommodating resistance, why you would use one instead of the other. So hopefully that was helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the video. Give it a like for Franny behind holding the camera.
Took my job.
She took Spencer's job, you've been replaced. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.